Welcome to Vina Home Garden. Transform your outdoor and indoor spaces into thriving, beautiful havens with our gardening tips, DIY projects, and creative home decor ideas. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, Vina Home Garden offers practical advice, step-by-step tutorials, and inspiration to make your space bloom. What we cover: easy gardening tips for beginners, creative landscaping ideas, indoor plant care, DIY garden decor projects, seasonal planting guides, budget-friendly home garden transformations. Join our community of plant lovers and home enthusiasts. Subscribe now to get weekly updates and inspiration to grow your dream garden. Japanese gardens are timeless representations of harmony, simplicity, and nature's beauty. Unlike Western gardens, which often emphasize color and abundance, Japanese gardens are built to evoke a deep sense of tranquility. They are designed to be meditative, creating a peaceful retreat where one can escape the noise of daily life. One of the core principles of Japanese gardening is kanso, or simplicity. Every element is carefully chosen and placed to reflect balance and purpose. There is no room for clutter. The goal is to strip the space down to its most essential and beautiful parts. Japanese gardens celebrate natural beauty. Rocks, gravel, water, moss, and plants are used not just as decorations, but as living elements that bring harmony. The idea is to mimic nature, not to control it. These elements remind us of the passage of time and the impermanence of life. Stone pathways, often winding and uneven, are symbolic of the journey of life. In Japanese gardens, these paths lead you to quiet corners or scenic views, encouraging mindfulness. Use irregular stones or pebbles to create these tranquil paths in your garden. Water is central in Japanese gardens, representing purity and life. A small pond, a bamboo water feature, shurshuradoshi, or a trickling stream can create a relaxing atmosphere. The sound of water brings calm to the senses and invites introspection. Rocks represent mountains or islands in Japanese garden design. Gravel may be raked into patterns to simulate water, waves, or flowing energy. This dry landscape technique, known as kurasansui, is particularly used in Zen gardens. Moss symbolizes age and tradition in Japanese gardens. Its soft, green texture covers stones and the base of trees, lending a feeling of serenity and maturity. Moss is perfect for shady areas and grows well in moist, humid environments. Japanese gardens do not rely on flowers for beauty. Instead, they highlight the changing seasons through trees like maple and cherry, and evergreen shrubs. Bamboo, ferns, azaleas, and hostas are also popular for their texture and grace. Tree shaping and pruning are practiced as a delicate art in Japanese gardening. Each tree is shaped slowly over time to achieve a natural but intentional form. Pine trees, in particular, are often used and carefully maintained for structure and symbolism. Rather than perfect symmetry, Japanese gardens follow the concept of fukinsei, or asymmetrical balance. This creates a more natural and spontaneous look, reflecting how elements are found in the wild. It keeps the eye moving and the mind engaged. You don't need a large yard to create a Japanese retreat. Even a small courtyard or balcony can be transformed using compact bonsai trees, bamboo fencing, potted moss, or a miniature water feature. It's all about thoughtful design. Simple wooden bridges, tea houses, torii gates, or bamboo fences help define and frame garden spaces. These structures enhance the garden's aesthetic and invite exploration while respecting traditional Japanese design. Bamboo fencing adds privacy and character to your retreat. It's lightweight, sustainable, and blends seamlessly with greenery. Natural fences help enclose the space without disrupting the visual harmony. The roji, or tea garden, leads to the tea house and is designed to calm the visitor before the tea ceremony. It includes stepping stones, a water basin, and simple greenery. Recreating this space in your own yard can bring peace and mindfulness to everyday life. Stone lanterns are a traditional garden feature, often placed near water or at the end of paths. At night, soft lighting hidden among plants can create shadows and drama while maintaining a tranquil mood. Avoid harsh lighting. Zen gardens, also called rock gardens, are dry landscapes used for meditation. Raking gravel into waves or patterns encourages focus and mindfulness. It's an excellent design for those looking to create a low-maintenance spiritual space. Japanese gardens are built to reflect seasonal transitions. In spring, cherry blossoms bloom. In autumn, maple leaves turn fiery red. The changing garden teaches us to appreciate every moment and embrace impermanence. Japanese gardens often use borrowed scenery, framing distant mountains or trees as part of the garden. Use garden screens or plant placements to guide the eye toward a particular view, even if it's just a favorite rock or small tree. Designate a small corner for reflection, perhaps with a bench, a lantern, and a simple water feature. This space can be your personal retreat for yoga, journaling, or silent contemplation. Japanese garden aesthetics can extend indoors. Use natural wood, paper screens, shoji, and indoor bonsai to bring the calm of the garden into your home. The continuity between inside and outside fosters unity and peace. Silence is an essential element of a Japanese garden. It allows the natural sounds, water, wind, birds, to speak clearly. Designing for quiet, using sound buffering plants or secluded zones, helps create a restful atmosphere. Japanese gardening teaches patience. Moss takes time to grow. Trees evolve slowly. Pruning is done gently, over years. This approach encourages us to slow down and enjoy the process as much as the result. Use natural materials such as stone, wood, and gravel. Avoid synthetic or brightly colored elements. Traditional Japanese tools like hand shears, bamboo rakes, and wooden ladles can help maintain the space with care and tradition. Even when constructing features like paths or walls, Japanese garden design favors clean, subtle lines. However, natural shapes are never forced. The balance of straight and curved forms leads to visual calm. Every item in a Japanese garden has meaning. Rocks can represent mountains, ponds can signify oceans, and bridges can symbolize life transitions. Understanding this symbolism brings deeper connection to the space. While traditional elements are important, your Japanese garden should reflect your personal peace. Whether it's a certain plant you love, a statue that brings comfort, or a sound that soothes you, adapt the garden to your spirit. Maintaining a Japanese garden is a meditative practice. Sweeping paths, trimming branches, or refilling a water basin can become quiet rituals that connect you to nature and yourself. Design your garden to welcome birds, butterflies, and small insects without overwhelming the space. A shallow water dish, flowering plants, or natural stone piles offer shelter and sustenance. Begin your garden with one section, a moss bed, a small pond, or a raked sand area. Each piece can grow over time. The beauty of Japanese gardening is not in scale but in depth of thought and care. The art of Japanese gardening is not about perfect design but about finding peace in nature, order in simplicity, and beauty in imperfection. It is an invitation to slow down, listen, and breathe. In creating your own retreat, you're not just making a garden, you're cultivating serenity.